Hey everybody, Kathy Gruver here with your Daily Pause. So this Daily Pause comes from my own silly experience. Not bad as me trying to find the plug the other day in the hotel room, but me having silly thinking. You all know me by now, or you know me really well. I do not tend towards negativity. I am not a worrier. I typically do not project into a negative future, but there are some times where when I'm in a stress state, my mind just seems to not be able to help but go to that negative place. So I have had a post office box for almost 2 decades. It has a very specific key, right? Well, after almost 20 years, the key has gone missing. Now, I don't know whose fault it was that the key has gone missing, but the key is now no longer present. And I was freaking out because somehow I thought it was in my head that to get the key replaced was like $90. Like they had to drill out the lock and they had to give you this whole new key. And I was so angry that this key was missing. I'm about to leave town. I need to get my mail today. And rather than just being able to run in the post office and get the key, I'm going to have to stand there and bet. Anyway, so I go over there today, knock, knock, knock. Hey, can you give me my mail? I don't have my key. And this very angry woman goes, no key, no mail. And I'm like, oh crap, I'm leaving town. I need to get my mail. And there was a guy standing there and he goes, well, just go to the front and get another key. And I said, that sounds really simple. What does that cost? And he goes, $9. $9. $9, not $90. They weren't going to take my guinea pig. They weren't going to make me leave my car behind. It was this very simple process of I literally handed the man $9 and somehow a key magically appeared. I still don't understand that. I don't know if they have like a bin of keys for every single post office box or if they actually made me the key. I didn't stop to ask questions. But long story short, this thing that I thought was going to be this complicated negative experience and expensive and time consuming was as simple as, well, go get another key. And I gave the guy $9. So me ruminating about this in the middle of the night, which I also don't typically do, but because I have a lot going on, it activated a stress response in me. So I have to ask myself again, when I think about the future, do I know that to be true? These things were happening. I didn't know them to be true. I assumed, I thought, but in reality they weren't. So I put myself through a stress response. I put myself through this rushed, harried, not so positive experience just to discover it was as simple as go get another key and hand the guy $9. So what are you thinking about in the future that may or may not be true? What are you up in the middle of the night thinking about? Do we know that to be true? And then I have to go back to part of my TED Talk, which was, why suffer twice? If I got to the post office and it was a nightmare, I could deal with it then. Why did I have to fantasize about that ahead of time? So there's your daily pause for the day. I am hitting the road tomorrow. For those of you who are in Pittsburgh and are heading to the class reunion, I will see you there. Maybe I'll do a daily pause from the class reunion. So anyway, I hope you move forward into a beautifully brilliant and not worried about future. And I'll catch you guys all next time for your daily pause.